What's going on, guys? Aldrin Estacio here with flightpath.com, and in today's quick video I'm just going to be unboxing the new DJI Ronin-S. Now, if you guys have been following my channel, you guys know I did a lot of coverage at CES this year as well as NAB. So of course, even though there's a lot of unboxings out there, this one is mine. So I get to unbox my new DJI Ronin-S. And if you guys are new to my channel, I do a lot of drone tutorials and tips as well as some tech reviews. So make sure you guys subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos. All right, guys, here it is. The Ronin-S by DJI. Let's unbox this thing, see exactly what comes inside. All right, let's take this out. And at the bottom of the box here, there's actually another packet, more than likely all the guides and stuff like that. So that's at the bottom of the box. All right, so here is the case. And as you can see, it's the foam case, very similar to if you bought a DJI Phantom 4. So it is a molded case, basically like a transport case. And it comes with the handle and their standard lock up top. So as you can see here, it's all molded and custom contoured to fit. And it's a really nice case. Now let's open it up. Here's a handle up top. Turn this to unlock, just turn it. Of course, I want to put this down. I don't know exactly what's going to be in it and what might fall out. And there you go. Just at a quick glance, what looks like we have is a tripod. So this is a tripod that's going to go onto the bottom of the gimbal itself. Texture-wise, it is a metal tripod, but it has this rubber grips right here on the side. So more than likely the rubber grips are for when you're holding it and using it as a handle. It doesn't slip as much, but it's a nice grip to have. Then of course it opens up as a tripod, just like that. And let's grab this box here. So we have a little container. So within the case here on the top zipper, we have a bunch of cables and cords. More than likely it's gonna be charging cables or cords that'll be used to control your camera. We have a slot here, which is for, looks like probably memory cards. This flips over. Looks like we have a base up top, some more stuff, and some screws here. So we have some screws at the bottom, 1/4 screws, some tools, some wrenches. So it looks like they provide a bunch of tools and accessories depending on what you're gonna be using to hook up your camera to your gimbal. Take up these smaller ones. We have a base plate, just a USB power here. In this plastic bag here, I believe we have is the battery and the handle. There is the Ronin handle, and here's the bottom. This would connect to the gimbal itself. And then at the bottom here, we have a 1/4 and I believe like 5/8. So we have different mounting options if you're gonna use the tripod. So there's a 1/4 right there if you want to use the tripod. All you have to do is screw it in. And at the very bottom here, we have the battery indicator. As you can see, I'm pressing it right now. It is not charged, so I'm gonna have to charge that up in order to power on the gimbal. So with nothing else, let's take out the gimbal. And here it is. And focus on the bad boy. Here is the brains of it. What I'm gonna do is actually, if you look here, you just have to slide this on. It seems easy enough. So you slide it on just like that. And then there's a lever here right on the side. Make sure you press this lever all the way down to lock it. Not sure if it goes all the way back or not, but looks like it goes far enough back in order for you to have it locked in there. So interesting that it's not like a click or anything. I thought it would be. That way you know it's for sure locked in there. It looks like it's just by pressure. I'm assuming that they still have this tab out here so that you can quickly unlock it. But I do think that that's interesting that you don't know if it's fully locked because it just seems like it's on there by pressure. Does this go all the way back? Because I'm not seeing it go all the way back, or at least further back. Right now it just seems like it goes and then it stops right about there. All right, so while the Ronin is charging, what I'm gonna do now is take the plate out, and they've provided a couple 1/4 screws, you can see right here, and tighten this up. And of course, what you're gonna wanna do is, depending on where the weight distribution is, you're gonna also have to move the plate a little bit. So just for now, I'm gonna put it somewhat in the middle. And just to give you a little bit of info on the camera, this is a Nikon D600 full frame camera. I have the 24-70 2.8 Tamron with VC on it. Vibration compensation is on this lens itself. Just gonna be using this as a sample demo to put onto the Ronin. It is a little bit weightier, so it'll be nice just to see exactly how it's gonna balance. So let's get the camera on there. There you go, now it has a little bit more clearance. Just for now, let's lock this in place here. And we'll make some micro adjustments as we go. As you can see, the plate has enough clearance here in the back, so that's good. And now let's do this top one here. Now I'm able to move the camera back more, and as you can see, now it sits upright. If I look from the front view, it's off just a little bit this way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen this, the bottom one, move this over just a tad here in. There you go. Now my horizon is straight across. Tighten that up, tighten this, and that looks good. That is literally my very first time trying to balance a camera on here. Now, I don't believe you have to have the app, but in case you do, let's open up the app and see what happened, because I didn't believe you had to have the app in order for you to do the very first one. Right now it says connect to Ronin. I have Bluetooth off. Let's turn Bluetooth on. Bluetooth on, Ronin. There it is right there. It says Ronin and my number. I'm gonna click on that. Connecting to DJI Ronin, password required. There is a default password in here. Agree and activate. Connecting to server, activation is complete. Let's see if this has anything to do with it not turning on. So I do have power here. I do have a light on the modes. My battery is also on. Engage motors to recenter gimbal. Okay, how do you engage motors? Ah, interesting. So in the app, there's this thing called motor pause, and it was on. I just turned off motor pause, and then now, as you can see, it works. So that was interesting, that motor pause. So let me see here. If I switch, there you go. So I'm able to now control, as you can see here, I'm using now the joystick to move my camera around. So we were able to balance the Nikon. It took us about 5 to 10 minutes to get that Nikon balanced, and everything worked well. My buddy Ness from Ness Films actually brought over his red camera. We wanted to push the limits a little bit more with a little heavier camera. After we hit auto tune, everything balanced out. It ramped up the motors and it slowed it back down so that it was able to balance the red camera onto the Ronin-S.
Yeah, so remember this line that we had here before? Look, if I move back and forth.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right, so now it's like...
Just for fun too, we took it outside just to see all the modes. Of course, selfie mode and things like that still worked on the Ronin, even with this heavier payload. We just did some basic movements with it just to see exactly if it was balanced. Of course, it's still going to take a lot more time to properly get it fully balanced as far as being able to use all of the full range of motion on there, but we just wanted to test it out with a red camera, which is, of course, is a lot heavier than some of the DSLRs or mirrorless cameras. Now this remote right here, if you actually have a DJI Mavic Air remote, what you can do is take out one of the sticks from it, just like that. And these sticks are a little bit longer than the Ronin one. So you can actually twist this off right here and put on a longer joystick if you wanted to have a longer one. So kind of cool that they're interchangeable. And as you can see, everything works fine. There it is. So you're able to change these out, as you can see from the difference in height. If you wanted a longer joystick, you can use your DJI Mavic Air joysticks on the Ronin. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. If you guys got some value, of course, hit that like button. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos. This is Ultra Anastasio with flightpath.com. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.